Crip. So we've got Michael Ray Newman joining us now, and we'll be talking politics at work. And should we go there at work? Michael Ray Newman, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm hearing 1 and 3 employees talk about politics more than work. What is happening that we're bringing our politics into our workplace? I just think it's not appropriate.
Yeah, remember that old saying is that there's 2 things you never talk about at work, right?
That's right.
Politics and religion. So maybe we need to bring that back.
Okay. Why is this happening?
Well, there's several reasons. One of the big reasons is because we are so always connected with our social media platforms because of our phones and because of our smart devices, basically. And we always are, because now the way our attention span works and just the way our minds work, we're traditionally just multitaskers, and we're always dropping in on it. And the other point is that the way the news is reported to us now, it's more opinionated opposed to just reporting. So this definitely drives up the blood pressure of a lot of people that don't agree, no matter what side you're on.
Michael, is there any way in which a conversation like this can happen in a workplace that is actually, I don't know if beneficial is the right word, but maybe constructive given the current political climate?
Productive. We've had this conversation. We do a lot of training, and this is a busy time for us. We do leadership and generational communication is where a lot of it comes up, and even in our sales training on how to pivot away from things like this, because you definitely don't want to put yourself in a corner. And they have had forums. In some cases, we've seen companies that they have a political discussion. They bring them into a room and say, we're going to have a political discussion. But outside these doors, when this is over, it's over. In my opinion, and from what we've seen, that has not yielded very good results because people get so heated that when they leave, they carry it with them into their work, and it's really distracting.
Michael, in the workplace environment, who bears more of the responsibility of keeping politics out of it? In other words, is it more of a top-down thing where supervisors are kind of responsible for it, or is it the other way around?
That's a really good question. And I believe it should be you take care of your own self. But unfortunately, because it's so volatile right now, it has turned into an HR discussion and a top-down mandate for people just to keep their opinions to themselves and let's really focus on work.
I was seeing, we're visiting with Michael Ray Newman and ESPN 93.5, that an online survey of 500 full-time employed Americans find that workers report spending an average of 2 hours per day reading political social media posts. Wow.
Wow is right.
That's a lot of time being burnt on social media.
That is a lot of time being burned on social media. I don't think we realize how many times we are checking our devices. But when it's really important for us to respond in this case opposed to react. And respond is positive and react is negative. If you go to the doctor and they say you're having a reaction to the medicine, that's usually negative. And if they say that your body's responding to the medicine, that's positive. So if you take that example, and when you read these social media posts, don't let other people determine your day. You're in charge of your day. You're in charge of yourself, and you can decide to have a good day or a bad day. The outside sources, political views, really and truly is not affecting your household one bit at this point, and it hasn't really ever. It's always up to if it is to be, it's up to me kind of a deal. So if people just take a deep breath, step back, and if you have somebody in your workspace chirping a lot, and you can't shut an office door because you're in a cubicle, pop in those earbuds and listen to some positive music.
Okay.
Michael, one last question for you here, because going to the social media component of this, how much does Facebook and Twitter inflame the way that we're talking about politics?
We truly believe, and this is not just me saying this has been said by other experts that are in the industry and human behavioral experts, and they say that Facebook, Twitter, Instagram posts, that is the gasoline for this fire that we have here. It really, truly is.
Well, it just sucks the energy out of the work that needs to be done when you're, constantly caught up in what's happening in social media, and you're bringing too much of what I think your personal life into the workplace. And I guess speaking to the boss or an HR person about, a transition somewhere along the way.
You know what? That's a really good point. They have done that, too. We have talked about transition because this is the beginning of the year, and we are focused in business on our goals, professionally and personally. But on the professional level, when you come in, we've been talking about our roadmap. We've been talking about our project plan. And for some workers, we've even found that they're telling us that it's really been a good distraction, deterrent, to actually get work done at work, to focus on work and stay off their social media devices, and look off social media has been a good deterrent or focus to actually go ahead and just focus on the work while you're at work.
Well, good discussion, Michael Ray Newman. How can we find you if we want to have this conversation some more?
Oh, go to on Twitter. Of course, you can go to Twitter on your social media and look at ZZI CEO at ZZI CEO or ZigZiglarInternational.com. You can check us out, and we're all over the place.
Sounds wonderful. Have a great day, Michael Ray Newman.
All right. Appreciate you.
ESPN 93.5. Thanks for being on. Yeah. I mean, we're in a business where we kind of need to talk about it, I guess.
Yeah.